There's an article from online news site Rappler entitled Millennials and Gen Z are becoming DINKs. Here's why. Basically, it justifies why many young couples are embracing the dual income, no kids lifestyle. In this video, I will tell you why you should reject that. Kamusta? I'm Jay Aruga, author of Conservative Ka Ba? A Three-Step Approach to Protecting the Filipino Family from Woke Ideology. And here are 3 reasons why, if you're married, you should reject the DINK lifestyle. Before we get to it, I'd like to make it clear, DINKs are different from those who want to have kids but can't have kids. DINK is dual income, no kids by choice. May variation pa nga ito na kung tawagin ay DINKWAD. Dual income, no kids with a dog. Okay, let's get the 2 main points of the Rappler article. First is financial stability. The Nerve showed that the Philippine economy is a major contributor to this growing positive sentiment toward the DINK lifestyle. And of all the responses gathered, 19% talked about financial stability. If you watch until reason 3 of this video, I will tell you why the DINK lifestyle is actually counterproductive in making our economy better and future financial stability. Their second reason is readiness. They say that parenthood should be for those who are truly capable of supporting a child's growth and development. I'll talk about this in reason 2. But before all of that, let's go to the first reason why you should reject the DINK lifestyle. Number 1, if you can afford a consumerist lifestyle, you can afford having kids. Let's watch this video from a DINK couple to let you know what I mean.
How much we've been spending monthly as DINKWADs who temporarily moved to Metro Manila. For our needs, we have our rent, which is 20,000 pesos a month. We are basically house sitting for a friend while they're away for 6 months. We have a space in Makati with 2 bedroom and 2 baths and a complete kitchen downstairs. Shared yung utilities namin, which comes out to around 6,500 pesos a month, including electricity, Wi-Fi, and water. Parking is free. Grocery is 15,000 pesos a month. We eat twice a day, brunch and dinner, and we eat at home 80% of the time. My husband cooks, so he usually is in charge of all the grocery shopping. For laundry, monthly house cleaning, and quarterly aircon cleaning, we spend around 2,500 pesos a month. We use an app called Goodwork, and it's pretty affordable and decent naman yung services nila. For once naman, we love eating out and drinking out, whether it's date night or with friends, so we spend around 15,000 pesos a month on that. We have 1 dog with us here in Manila, so we spend around 1,500 per month on her food, grooming, and etc. We both play golf, and including our annual membership, we spend around 16,000 pesos a month on the range, fairways, and virtual golf. For entertainment like watching movies, plays, stand-up, and games, we spend around 5,000 pesos per month. Lastly, for gas, parking, and toll, we spend around 5,000 pesos a month, and that's 2 full tanks a month and expensive parking in BGC and Makati. That comes out to a total of 86,500 pesos for the both of us. This doesn't include our phone bills, subscriptions, shopping, travel, savings, investments, family support, etc. since we already spent for those anyway when we were in Cebu.
Hindi ko alam kung nagre-reklamo siya na ang laki ng ginagastos niya o nagpe-flex lang siya ng kanyang buhay. May mga taong mas maliit pa ang kinikita sa kanila at nagagastos monthly na kayang bumuhay ng pamilya. Alam niyo bang ang tadhanay may tip na makapangyarihan? Kung ayaw, may dahilan?
Kung gusto, palaging merong paraan.
The sad reality of the DINK lifestyle is it seems like their main purpose in life is to engage in a high level of consumerism. To be able to buy latte from Starbucks, to travel, to golf. Siguro they can sacrifice by doing away with the 16K per month on golf. Kahit yun lang, kakayanan lang magkaroon ng baby, di ba? I'm a father of 3. All I can say is, it's still doable to buy stuff and travel. But whenever we do these things, it's enhanced more because we're with our kids. The joy we're experiencing is multiplied 100-folds because of our kids. Also, DINKs are focused on career. Ever heard the saying na at the end of our life, we wouldn't regret that we haven't spent more overtimes in our job. What we'll regret is not spending time with family. I'm predicting many couples in the future regretting not having kids past the prime of their childbearing years. Change your mindset before it's too late. Number 2 reason why you should reject the DINK lifestyle is you grow and take responsibility. Mas magtitiwala ka ba sa isang politician na may anak kaysa dun sa politician na walang anak? I'll change the question. Who would you trust more? A captain steering a ship through a storm because his child is also in that ship? Or a captain that has nothing at stake but his life? Having a child changes a person. You become more mature. You take more responsibility. Your politics will change. All of a sudden, you now care for the future because this world is the same world your kids will live in. Parenthood alters the personality of many people. Taking a responsibility is a good thing. You are no longer the oldest dude in a frat party. You are now an elder who experienced motherhood or fatherhood. Then mari mo sabihin na, Jay, hindi pa kami ready eh. But who is? Parenthood, just like marriage, is something you'll learn through experience. In all of human history, our species survived without having any formal training in parenting. Tingin mo yung mga cavemen nag-enroll muna sa isang classroom discussion bago sila mag-anak? Alright, if you think I'm making sense, please subscribe, like, hit that notification bell of this channel. It will greatly help our podcast reach more people. We talk about many things in the Jay Aruga Show, which aims to save the future of our country, the Philippines, so we need your support. At this point, let me ask you a question. Do you think the DINK lifestyle is good? If yes, why? If not, what other reasons you might add why we should reject the DINK lifestyle? Before we get to the third reason, let's have a runner-up reason. Babies are cute. Especially your own. You could have the ugliest child in the world, but because that's your own child, you'll still find your child cute. And I think this should be the only reason for having kids, but that would make this video very short. Okay, number 3 reason, the economy. The Philippines is set to become an aging population by 2030. This is happening because fewer people are having kids. You know what this entails? Here's Kevin Dolan at the 2023 Natal conference bringing us this grim news.
In our lifetime, in our children's lifetime, every government, every culture, every belief system, and every family on earth will pass through a bottleneck tighter than the Black Death, predicated on one question: will your children have children of their own? It doesn't matter if you already have kids, if you don't have kids, if you hate kids, if you have a 401k or a mortgage or a social security card or a checking account, this question is going to impact your life in a very direct way. The entire global financial system, the value of your money and almost every asset you might buy with money, is defined by leverage, which means its value is dependent on growth. Every country in the developed world and most countries in the developing world face long-term population decline at a scale that makes that growth impossible to maintain, which means we are sitting on the bubble of all bubbles. Even so, you may say, well, it's a bubble. So be it. If it pops, then there's a correction and we move on. But in the aftermath of a collapse like this, the shrinking number of productive workers have to support a growing number of older, sicker people, which in turn accelerates the economic pressures that make it difficult to start families. This problem isn't self-correcting, at least not within your lifetime. It gets worse as it gets worse. Places like China, Brazil, Russia, Thailand, and Mexico got old before they got rich. In coming decades, these countries will be totally unable to sustain their elderly populations, even if they could stop the flight of their most productive young people.
What he's saying is that the shrinking number of productive workers will need to support a growing number of old people. Therefore, whatever money you save for the future, its value will decline if no new generation of productive citizens will work to make our economy grow, or at least make it stable. Inflation will go sky high. The peso to dollar exchange will be at its worst. It makes sense because who do you think will run this country? Kahit nga sa buhay mo, kung meron kang business at DINK ka, sino tingin mo ang magpapatuloy ng inyong business para i-sustain ang iyong lifestyle when you retire? Can you guess which country has the fastest growing economy in the world? It's India. Do you know what India has that most Western countries don't have right now? A growing population. India is the most populated country in the world right now, overtaking China. It's no coincidence that their economy is becoming the strongest in the world. And what do we do here in the Philippines? Population control and reproductive health law. But look at our Western counterparts where we got these ideas. They're having low fertility rates at dangerous levels, enough to destroy the future of their country. We have been lied to. To know more about the overpopulation myth, the lies that led us to have this contraceptive mentality, check out my interview with Jason Everett right here.